This was the moment Cornelio Lopez, barely able to stand from coronavirus-like symptoms, was denied admission to the second hospital he tried. With hospitals here so full, paramedics tell us patients are often turned away. After hours of the family searching and pleading, Lopez was finally led into a third hospital and later died. His family telling Telemundo the official cause of death was listed as cardiac arrest. A watchdog group here says the government's COVID count vastly underestimates the death toll. Mexico City's mayor denies that, but admits the real numbers are likely higher than the official statistics. Not surprising, because the government is barely testing and allowing people to work, because for the many poor, not working can mean dying anyway. But there's no hiding COVID's price here. The crematoriums in Mexico City never stop now. We watched as bodies were brought in and disinfected. No families, no goodbyes, just one body bag after another. The coffins are piling up fast here. Workers at just this crematorium say they're receiving 4 times as many bodies as before the pandemic. Benjamin has worked here for 20 years. I've never seen anything like this, he said, not even during earthquakes. And Mexican health officials tell us pockets of this country still haven't reached their COVID peak. Richard Engel, NBC News, Mexico City.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.